You can give me as long as I like, it's not going to get any better, I'm telling you. A block of ice persists across the whole of northern Europe, and those cold northeasterly winds continue to feed in those bitter winds. It's not just Europe either. Worldwide, we've got blocks of warm and cold air in unusual places. So although it's cold across the north of Europe, some southeastern parts of Europe are actually unusually warm at the moment and will continue to be so for the next few days. Moving our way eastwards into the Far East, in fact, a cold plunge of air with bitter winds across parts of China, Korea, Japan, with some heavy blizzards here. And then across the Pacific again, unusually warm across parts of Canada, cold plunge through the plains of the US down towards the east and south, even Miami getting some frost in the last couple of nights, would you believe. Going across the Atlantic back to HQ, well, no real change. The cold stays with us right the way through the weekend. And guess what? Yep, you guessed it. We've got another severe weather warning in force for heavy snow, specifically for northeast England. We're quite concerned about Teesside. Middlesbrough area could be prone. Hartlepool as well. Could see as much as 10 centimetres of snow. Snow flurries elsewhere across eastern England. They're dying down for a time in Kent, but probably re-emerging here later on in the afternoon. That said, most of the UK actually having a dry afternoon, but bitterly cold. Around some coasts, maybe just staggering a degree or so above freezing, but inland it stays below freezing, so no thaw whatsoever, I'm afraid. Plenty of sunshine if you wrap up warm. It's that glorious, isn't it? And for Northern Ireland too, clear and sunny. One or two lingering freezing fog patches, and that's the case across the glens of Scotland, where, would you believe, some places will not get above -10 all day long. Now then, as we go into the night time, so we'll see further snow showers across northeast England, and again southeast England particularly prone. We'll have to watch that one. Some sleet and snow across the far north of Scotland, so perhaps not Altnaharra getting the lowest temperatures, but some Highland glens could get as low as -20. How does that grab you? For most towns and cities, though, somewhere between -2 and -10 should sum it up. So what about Saturday? Some subtle changes. A bit more cloud across the south and east of England, and increasing wind here as well. You will notice that. Plenty of dry weather, but further snow showers across some eastern areas. Scotland and Northern Ireland, lighter winds, one or two lingering fog patches. Now that wind is going to be a real problem further south, though. It will strengthen as we go through the day. A bitter wind, a penetrating wind. So although on your thermometer things might read 0, 1, 2 degrees, in the wind it will feel well below -3 to -6 degrees, and that wind will strengthen further. It will carry thicker cloud, and it will bring snow on Saturday night and into Sunday morning. It looks increasingly likely that that snow will be disruptive, particularly across the far southeast of England, but as much so that we've actually issued an early warning for this part of the world. We're quite concerned. Heavy blowing snow, perhaps blizzard conditions, and that snow perhaps affecting other southern counties of the UK as we go through the day. Further north, Scotland and Northern Ireland, probably staying dry. The message is no end in sight. Bitter winds and snow, I'm afraid, this weekend.
I've heard it loud and